Good evening. I'm Katherine Prescott, and I'm a mom from California. 2 years ago, my family suffered one of the worst things imaginable. We lost our son, Kyler, to suicide. Kyler was truly a unique soul. He was an amazing artist, a phenomenal musician, and a gifted writer. And he really, really loved school. He came out as trans when he was 13, and we did everything we could to advocate for him, including getting him a legal name and gender change. But our support was not enough to combat the misunderstanding and intolerance that Kyler and other transgender students face every day. Kyler was misgendered frequently. He felt stabbed in the heart every time someone would say she. It's really traumatic to keep being called something you truly feel you're not. Teachers insensitively used the wrong pronouns for Kyler in front of other students. Administrators did not understand what they needed to do to protect him. I could support and protect him at home, but not in school. Eventually, a few weeks before his 15th birthday, on May 18th, 2015, Kyler took his own life. Losing a child to suicide is an experience that doesn't end. It just changes as time goes on, and you figure out what to do with the experience in the aftermath. For me, it has meant becoming an advocate and teaming up with GLSEN to make a difference. One of the really powerful things that GLSEN does is show people like me how we can be a force for change and partner with us to do it. In my case, GLSEN enabled me to tell my story to the very people who needed to hear it the most and ask them directly for the changes in our schools that could have ended Kyler's suffering. I spoke to an annual meeting of the National School Boards Association about Kyler. I met with Valerie Jarrett in President Obama's White House to call for transgender guidance that spread the word about legal obligations and best practices in schools. And when the current administration yanked that guidance back, GLSEN made sure I had the chance to sit directly across from Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos and tell her about the harm she had done. She couldn't take it back, but she had to look me in the eye and promise that she would do all she could to protect students like the son I had lost.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and your family's story. It's heartbreaking, but I am more determined than ever to protect LGBTQ students like the ones that we have here tonight. Can we take a moment to acknowledge the outstanding GLSEN student leaders? So, my own story, I'm not tall, so I'm like bringing it down. My own story and my own connection with GLSEN also illustrates the way that GLSEN partners with individuals determined to make a difference, helping them identify and develop their own power and put it to work. I joined GLSEN as a high school student, as a member of one of their very, very early, I actually think it was the first student leadership team. And today, there are thousands of alumni of these GLSEN teams all across the country. Our student leadership team informed GLSEN's work. We plan campaigns, design programs that are now in place in schools across the country. We saw our ideas and our power in action. And I grew as a leader, as a thinker, as an activist with GLSEN. And today, I'm the principal of the Urban Assembly Bronx Academy of Letters. A public school right here in New York City in the South Bronx. And every one of those lessons that I learned as a leader, they're tested every day as a principal. And I know that it is essential for my school and every school across the country to support students like Kyler and all of the young people who are here tonight doing incredible work. I work with GLSEN, and I am committed to life as an educator because I believe that when loved and supported towards leadership, young people, especially young LGBTQ people, are awesome, they are inspiring, and they are brilliant.